Is your child's cough keeping you up at night? Well, you're not alone. Dr. Adam Fletcher from Winona Health joins us this morning for Mindful Monday to help parents navigate this challenging respiratory season. Good morning, Dr. Fletcher. Nice to see you.
Hi, good morning.
So parents kind of dread this season, right? What are the kids going to bring home now? So just tell us, what are you seeing in your office at Winona Health?
Yeah, right now we're seeing quite a few respiratory illnesses. So influenza, which is the flu, RSV, or respiratory syncytial virus, as well as COVID is still making its rounds too.
Okay, so the big three kind of.
Which one of the three is the most, well, COVID would be the most severe out of all of that?
It can be, yep. We're seeing way more flu right now.
Okay. All right, and so what can parents do? You know, your kid comes home, they're coughing, you're not sure what it is. What's the first kind of step we should be doing?
Yeah, so I would say rest and hydration are most important for them. You can use some symptom relieving medications like acetaminophen as well. If they're having any concerning symptoms coming in to be evaluated would be wise. So if they're having trouble breathing or are having trouble staying hydrated, those would be reasons to come in.
Okay, so kind of call the doctor if you're seeing that. What's the difference between those three? You know, those three respiratory viruses we hear a lot about. How do we know kind of which one is which?
Yeah, so testing is the best way to differentiate the three, and we've got tests for all three to identify which they are.
Okay.
Some typical things like a lot of fatigue or body aches are characteristic of the flu, and more kind of respiratory sneezing with COVID, and then shortness of breath and some trouble like that for RSV. We'll see as well.
Well, I can hear my dad right now. Well, he's probably got the flu, so let him sit it out. So is that something that some parents should do, or just kind of continue to just like go to the hospital?
Yeah, so it's reasonable if symptoms are mild to stay home, and that would be our recommendation, is to stay home, try to not interact with other people if you don't need to for at least 24 hours while symptoms are still persistent or fevers are present. And then after that, about 5 days of being extra cautious when you are out and about with masking, good hand hygiene, air purification, those maneuvers, just to try to prevent the spread.
Right, yeah, that washing your hands is so important, right? Something so simple that can really make such a difference.
And the one thing kids might love, what about keeping them from going to school?
Yeah, sure. So we'd say if they have a fever or if they are using any fever-reducing medications to prevent a fever, it'd be wise to stay home.
Okay, and what about prevention? What can we do? We know it's hard, especially in the classroom, surrounded by so many kids, but anything that parents and kids can do for prevention?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, hand hygiene can't be stressed enough. And then fortunately, we have vaccines for all three these days, so chat with your doctor to see if you're eligible for those.
Okay, great. And then we're talking a lot about kids this morning, but it doesn't only affect kids, these respiratory viruses. So what population, what segment of the adult population should be worried, and what should they know?
Yeah, sure. So individuals over the age of 75 or over the age of 60 with some immunosuppressing illnesses or diabetes, those sorts of things should take extra precaution as well.
Okay.
Lovely.
Art's feeling worried. Yeah, make sure you're washing your hands. Anything else that people should know about these conditions going around?
Unfortunately, this is the season for them, so just being cautious and stay home, rest, hydrate. These are the most important.
How long do these symptoms usually last?
Yeah, typically we're looking at 5 to 7 days before they're improving.
Okay, and then if they're not, reach out to your doctor also, would you say?
Yeah, or if any other concerns come up, we'd be happy to see you.
Okay, all right, yeah, it's a busy season for you for sure, Dr. Fletcher. Well, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.